Hey guys, one more question. Did you ever run into a situation to take the #1 organic GMB rank from a competitor when both your client and the competitor had the same name in GMB and nearly same exact match domains? They both shoot for the same exact match brand name. What makes Google decide that one brand is actually now another brand, e.g. one website taking over the top positions, even knowledge panel in some cases? Usually navigational type search queries, which again, it's an engagement or an activity signal. We've talked about this many times in the past, but what's called site weight is part of the algorithm. I think that was introduced into the algorithm way back in like 2010 or so. I remember I learned about it in 2011. But essentially, if all things are if two brands with a website were equal, all things being equal, which I know is damn near impossible, but if they were, if one site has the navigational search queries and then the click-throughs more than the other, that one's going to have more weight in Google's eyes. In other words, is given more weight, given more authority. So what I mean by that is doing navigational search queries, a query like a brand search or a website name search. So in other words, if it's joesplumbing.com, we'll just use that as an example as the website, and the name of the company is Joe's Plumbing, then people doing searches for Joe's Plumbing. Now, I know you're saying that you've got a competitor with the exact same name, but you've got a unique URL, right? So if you've got joesplumbing.net and the other guy's joesplumbing.com, then I would do like joesplumbing.net searches, like a search for that domain name in Google and then click through. You could do navigational searches, which would be brand plus services, like so different types of services, service keywords or product keywords, depending on what type of business you're trying to promote. Looking for the contact information. So Joe's Plumbing contact or Joe's Plumbing phone number. Like seriously, that type of a search query, Joe's Plumbing plus phone number. Like you put that in, and then if it pops up with the right phone number on the right listing, click through. Those kind of things. Now, it's not something that you can do from the same IP that it's going to have an effect. But if you can kind of crowdsource that out, there's ways to do that, right? Micro task workers, for example, those type of navigational queries will help to push. And now it's something that you have to maintain, though. So, until once you take over that position or get your knowledge panel to appear as opposed to the competitors, a lot of times organic activity will take over anyways and will help it to maintain that. But you can force that issue. You can also do it with ads. Again, I can't talk about how to do that here, but you actually can do part of that using Google Ads or even Facebook ads. So again, it's all about that activity and engagement signals on the brand that you want to promote, and that's going to help to give it that edge. I mean, you can do some other standard SEO stuff, but I found that Marco and I have both done tests where we've been able to manipulate knowledge panel or in things like auto suggest by specific engagement signals. Marco, you want to comment on that?
No, that handled it perfectly.
Yeah, that's been my experience as well, using stuff like micro workers is one of my favorite, but there's a number of other ones that are good depending on where you live. And
that's an old process. Yeah, talked about Ivan Budimir taught me that years and years. I think it was 2011. Might have been 2012, but that's where he introduced that concept in microtask workers. And that's what I call click-through spam, but so CT spam, but it works really well. You have to engineer it correctly, but if you do it right, then you can significantly change like the positioning of a website, and you can also change like auto suggest, suggested search queries and all kinds of stuff doing that.
Yeah, it's good for like reputation management, where brand name spam comes up and you want to put something above it in auto suggest. So I've used it for that. But like you said, it's the kind of thing you have to maintain. When you stop doing it for a period of time, in my experience, it often reverts to what it was if you've not done anything else.